Hello everybody, welcome back to New Vegas. Well, it's just New Vegas, it's a big mountain. Black Mountain. No! You stay away, brother! Was not expecting to find a Cazador here. No more Cazadors. Safe here because I hate Cazadors so much. Flying menaces. Oh, well, that's done. I have what I need now. I want to know what's in here. That's the first thing that comes to mind. What is in here? Thanks for saving, game. Great. You know. Busted out stuff. Useless for me right now. I have filing cabinets. Cigarettes that I want. A carton of cigarettes that I want so I can sell them. Oh, you're pretty mean. Do a lot of damage, surprisingly. You wouldn't think it would, but it does. Okay, it's dead. You just use whatever healing stuff I have. Don't need Mentas. Probably could sell those for all their worth, to be honest. I like how I didn't use any stem packs at all during the process of Cazador fight, because I got smarter. That's what happened. All I need is bottle caps and a bunch of other stuff. Oh! I've never paid attention to this. I can convert certain things to certain... Alright, that's interesting. That's pretty epic. That's not... Oh, drained? Huh. Maybe we'll keep that in mind. Inject stem pack. Science 75. Bottle cap mine. Oh, I had a lunchbox so long ago. Oh, it's a mine. Never mind. Cosmic knife. Cosmic spear. Doctor's bag. I never actually paid attention to this. Like a knife spear. Oh, I get a stem pack for 70 cents. Ah. That would make sense why there's empty syringes everywhere. What repair kit? I never pick up empty syringes because I never see the point. Plenty of scrap metal here. Some gauges something? No idea what that might be for. Nice shoot them onto the thing. Might have, be honest. I don't know, they're gone. Turpentine. I was just curious to know what was over here. Glad to know it's nothing too special. Bunch of other stuff. Hey, there's a door here. There's the control panel. Sensor modules up all walls, but no inventory space to hold them. Oh, I know exactly what I want to do. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Just take all of it. Until I get over, or like near 300. Watch it all do. It's gonna be insane. All this useless stuff, watch the science behind it. This is gonna be annoying. conductor. That does sound like they'll sell for a lot. Okay, I'm way over now. Drop the ashtray. No one cares about the ashtray. Buff out. Thank you, Buff out. Greatest thing in the world. This guy has a lot of caps, so we're gonna take advantage of that. Probably take more advantage of the scrap metal.
Might I be of service, sir?
I need to do a couple things.
Do you, sir?
I don't need to repair anything. I need to...
Might I be of service, sir?
Oh, here's flour, the thing I can care less about. Take all the packs of cigarettes, because that's the only thing I had use for them. Here's a plunger that I don't need. I don't know what pre-war money's gonna do. I need that scotch for later. Scrap metal I'll probably need for myself.
Soon, pitiful worms. Soon I will rule.
You! Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any mugs? What do you want, mugs, huh? You some kind of sick mug hoarder? Oh, God, give me the coffee cup, please, and sing! Sorry. Sorry. Of course I'm obsessed. They made me this way. You think I don't know? I'm supposed to keep them clean. Oh, God! The thought of all those dirty diggers out there makes me crazy. Most of them are probably beyond saving now. The only thing left...
And your lives will have their doneness setting turn to... Yes! Really? Well, fuck. That really puts a damper on the toaster's mood. Oh well. No use crying over spilled Armageddon. Where was I? Oh right. Soon the world will... Yeah, darkest.
Might I be of service, sir? Might I be of service, sir?
Oh, God, look at you. Oh, it's just so...
Oh, my. Oh, well, that's... Me too. Hope you can keep up. I work pretty fast. Here, something for you to brush up on. Adjusting lights for maximum concentration levels.
Ah, good day, citizen. Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, just dump them in.
How about that? Old Autodoc's back online.
That was a nice little, cat nap. Oh, you. I bet you say that to all... Now I know you're flirting with... Oh, her. Trust me, sweetie. Sure.
You require some additional services? Concerned about... You require some additional services? You require some additional services? Forceps, nurse. This man's got... You require some additional services? You require some additional services? You require some additional services? You require some additional services?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible. Fight? Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Does this weapon have soft lock? Anyone? As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better Scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of Mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the Showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the Magneto-Hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind Diode Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone. Might I be safe in these?
No, false alarm. It was just a plate.
Like lower for some reason? Don't tell me that. It's my mic being low tires. Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I don't know. I have to go through it again!
Lobotomized.
other egghead wants to shoot him? Don't know what that'll do.
As it had been.
Might I be safe?
Oh, I didn't take any of the stuff off. I mean, I can leave it up here less. Weapon. Yeah, it is. To go back and go. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. It's a loading screen, is what that is. Oh my god. We are finally back. I never would have thought we would make it, but we did. I'm out. I did. Oh, fun fact, I have all of this. Old nuclear test. Legion's safe house. Next. I wanna go there. However, I guess I can't see. So many places to go. Crash Vertibird. Actually, I got a question. Which one's Skinny Valley? Bolt 19? It's not Hidden Valley. Can't Karen. Yep, there's Hidden Valley. That'll be where... So, I gotta go... Probably here, or not there. Somewhere, and, get Arcade back. I don't know where he went. I know Eddie went. Turns out this is in fact the wrong game. Question how I'm neutral, in fact. Not here either. This is the gun runners. How have I not seen the gun runner? Oh, well, this is probably them. Gunrunner's Arsenal DLC is what we're talking about. Oh, yes.
Hello, potential customer. Welcome, sir or madam.
Oh, you got extended stuff? Yo! They got the good stuff. They got upgrades. Upgrades are upgrades. serial rifle. I actually almost enough encapsulate assault carbine. Assault carbine. A battle rifle. Chainsaw combat armor. Combat armor reinforced Mark II. Okay, what is that? Oh, Fat Man? There's a better one. That is a giant sword with a bunch. I think I have it before, to be honest. Shotgun, stuff so wild. Light machine gun, marksman carbine. No, this is insane. Power fist. Recon armor, lion shotgun. Sawed-off shotgun. Sleepy time. Weapons, sniper rifle, suppressed. Interesting. Two-step goodbye. That's actually. I never actually visited the gun myself. So I would. Good thing I found the gun runner. I'm actually looking to find out what things they got. So now up through here, I don't know if Arcade went.
Hey.
So go find out. Be sure to save a bunch of maps for like. That sounds good. And time. There he is. I knew you would come back.
What's up? Back in your good group?
Yep, sorry, Arcade. It just so happened that they made it so many places, it's getting annoying. We went to Prim, actually. Novak is where I want to go next, because there's a weapon I want, specifically. We'll get back to that E. I realize I have no pistol ammo. Why am I still running this gun?
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? It's just about time to get you some news. Refugees at nurse breaks are giving startling accounts of the legend known as...
You? Novak. I don't know where Novak is. There's just so many places. Idolize by Novak. Check something out real quick. There's his gun. Oh, hey, look at it.
Hey there. Need it?
Yeah. Ramen steak, a knife. I mean, I'm good. Yeah, well, it's probably whatever. I do it all the time. Yes, this is the gun I wanted to use. And I got it, so whatever. I lost karma, don't matter, I got a cool gun. That's a revolver too. Or laser. Alright, so next stop is I don't know where. Wild Product. So, there's also these other DLCs, which I might get to at the end, near the end game. Travel in wreckage your current. These 3 of DLC. Got it. Oh, side bets, that's it. Content, Twitter host. They're the main stuff. Alright, I think I know what I want. Go through here and Is the one arcade shot the one up? Or they both dead? We both killed them. Yeah, let's go. Let's go arcade. I almost died. Yeah, I'm smart. Ow! That hurt. That is what I wanted. That's all I really need. Wow. That was... That's fine. I normally don't care about, the people's stuff, to be honest. I mean, yeah, sure, it's cool and all to figure out what went down. Fairly honest.
Looks like break time's over.
Here we go. Arcade's running and gunning, dude. Where are you gunning for? Who's hurt you? Dude, what happened? How did he die? This place is somehow related to his brother.
Why not let the robot deal with it?
Here we
You insulted my honor, and for that, you must die!
Come back and actually replace it somehow. Try and get back to the gun runner, so it's smart enough to think to find a golf club. Because we all know golf clubs are really, really cool.
Welcome, sir or madam.
Golf club. 9 iron. Probably listed as 9 iron. Minigun. You're insane, dude. You pack some of the most insane type of equipment I can think of. I don't see 9 iron, to be honest. Unless the 9 iron is in fact a letter. I don't think the 9 iron is not Playboy. No, that means I have to go to Mickey and Ralph's, doesn't it? Let's see if they got a 9 iron in order to do one of the GRA challenges. Gun runners do. That is some stick. It's pretty nice, to be honest. Don't have a 9 iron. So I guess warp, so I stole that gun. So I stole it. I didn't think I had to mention it.
I heard about some things you've done around. Have a look.
9 irons, any, please, big. There's actually probably been a bunch of 9 irons I've come across. I'm just too lazy to grab them, to be honest. There's Devil. Plenty of sawed-off shotguns.
Like I always say, a polite...
Do you have a 9 iron? I might just have to go without the 9 iron, I'll be honest, which is fine, but... It's an easy challenge. Tire iron, does that work? I got a katana. Do you want a katana to this skull? I think you do. Yeah, I think I've come across a bunch of 9 irons. Just have too lazy to pick them up in there. I guess that'll work. Fine by me. I don't have a 9 iron. Sadly. What did I get caps for?
Thank you for visiting New Vegas. Please enjoy the casinos.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night some girl was pounding on the door all night.
Don't you just love that platinum chip? That is, unless you want to bring the NCR or Caesar.
When you're Yes Man. Yes, what happens in Yes Man is you get to basically go through every faction. You get to do things with them. So.
People say it's hard to survive the wasteland. Hey, how hard can it be? The water glows in the...
Let's neutral. Shall we? So. I'm gonna make a new save slot right here. Just in case I decide to go back and go get a chances are I'm gonna do that.
Where to, partner?
Yeah, it's this place, yeah.
I take it you've come to deliver. That's where... Yes.
Oh, I gotta go through the demonstration. Ah!
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and tracks easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glastinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
Thanks for the
Trips to the basement are rarely so. I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in... Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of... Artillery.
I'm not working.
Use extreme caution.
Why have you done this? Centuries of preparation. So much good undone. Your vanity project doomed to fail. May there be a hell for you, a Tartarus, bleak, unending.
I had to. It's part of the quest. Yeah, all of it done. Now the house is done. Now I don't have to sit around all the time. Now I can bring my companions into it.
Lead them.
Maybe lost comic. What am I gonna do? I know what's that.
Sure, later.
I gotta return to him and talk to him. They gave me the return to yes,
Oh! Hi!
Mr. House. I took a tax, so yeah, that too. That too. I'd get all of what I need for, say, you guys will still, yeah, you guys will join me up here, won't you?
Hi! This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck.
I didn't even have a platinum chip to begin with, so...
Wow. Mr. House had quite a setup here. I can access his databanks and view telemetry on every Securitron on the network. Every Securitron on the network has been upgraded. Pretty neat, huh? The Securitrons at the fort are on standby. I see a status log here confirming that the Mark II OS upgrade installed correctly. They'll be all set to go once we boost my transmitting power and bring them online with the network. But we'll worry about that later. There's a bunch. I think you should visit the other families on the Strip. The Omerta, and there are some important groups farther from the Strip, too.
Did I not get followers? What? How? Render on to Caesar. definitely one that I can do. I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. Not that one. There's nothing about the one that happened. There's no well, I wanted to do that. Doesn't matter now. We have to go and talk to other people. Don't remember. I have to tell you guys to follow me again.
Lead the way.
We now have to go talk to everybody. I mean, that's pretty cool, to be honest, but, you know. Well, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fallout New Vegas, and see you guys in the next episode or whatever. I'm this game. Problem I have is I have no idea what I'm doing. I was supposed to do something, but I messed up, so I don't know if I'm going to my save for that or what. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode.